Good morning, guys, and welcome to Tuesday, week 14 of my marathon training program. Oh boy, remember that slogan I came up with? I came up with it, but I shared with you guys on Saturday. If it doesn't hurt, it doesn't help. Well, I hope it helped because it sure hurt today. Temperature's 82, but it feels warmer. That's what the humidity's like. All right, humidity, okay. That definitely explains that. 42% doesn't help things much. This is what today's run looked like. I do have an apples-to-apples comparison because I pretty much repeated last week as much as I was okay with not doing so. So, take a quick look here. Alright, 22 hours. Okay, not too bad. Here we go. 4.39 total miles. Average pace, 10:19, of course, includes rest. Any achievements? Don't think so. Really? Holy cow. Wow, let's see if we can hold it this time. Oh boy. You know, funny thing was, I don't think my heart rate looked as cool as it did that one unicorn run day I had. Was it a couple weeks ago I was telling you about the unicorn run? Yeah, when my VO2 Max came out to 54, but my heart rate was like crazy low. I think my heart rate was definitely up today accordingly. Okay, let's finish that up. Alright. Okay, 5:35 this morning, and that's kind of what it looks like for those who don't wear heart rate. You're sleeping, so it looks like you flatline and then you redline during your workouts. Alright, 5,900 steps. Alright, time for my shower, and I'll meet you downstairs. Hey guys, good morning and welcome to Tuesday, interval day of week 14, my marathon training program. And as you saw when I first came back from my run, I'm back to 54 VO2 Max. Alright. I was quite impressed with that. Ironically though, remember a couple weeks ago when I had that unicorn heart rate with that 54 VO2 Max? Well, somehow I scored 54 VO2 Max again, but the unicorn heart rate certainly was not here. So not quite certain what happened with that. But anyhow, I'm going to keep this short. I know Saturday's video was super duper long, and I apologize for that. I hope you guys appreciate it. I'll keep this super short because I gotta leave for work here like real soon. But anyhow, I have apples pulled up, and you can definitely see some progress. So as always, before I begin, we'll start with our daily shot of wheatgrass. All right. And for those of you And for those of you who just joined my channel, welcome to the family. I do a shot of wheatgrass every single day. I grow it here at my house because a shot of wheatgrass is the nutritional equivalent of 2 pounds of raw, fresh green vegetables. So, one shot of that compared to 2 pounds of green veggies. Though, don't get me wrong, I like my green veggies, but not 3 times a day. So, at least I can get my my green veggie, a big chunk. See. A big chunk of my green veggie nutritional requirement out of the way in one shot glass. So good for me there. So with that, let's begin. And I do have apples cooled up comparison, so you'll definitely be able to appreciate the week by week difference. Now, as apples as it really gets, this week 4.39 miles, fine. Elapsed time 45 minutes 17 seconds. Not too concerned about that because sometimes you rest longer, sometimes you rest shorter. But 82 degrees, and what do we have here? 37% humidity, pretty close to what Garmin was telling me. And then last week, let's bring this up. Last week was 81 and 39%. So pretty apples to apples. And ironically, last week 501 calories, this week 504 calories. All right. Now, also in the description box below, I'm going to post a link to this 10K race I caught via YouTube. You know how like when you watch my channel, they give you a list of other interesting videos you might like. Well, like that situation, there's this 10K race with this runner called Mo Farrow. Some of you guys might know him. I know he runs marathons as well, and interesting thing is that while this was not a world record time, these guys ran 10K in about 24, 25 minutes. And Mo Farah was busting out on average a 4-minute and 23-second mile. And so with that, and again, I'm going to post the link to that in the description box. And if you watch the first few minutes to see how the race begins, I'll also give you the timestamp as to the point I'm getting to right now, which is the last couple laps. Him and guy number 2, I don't know if you remember this guy's name, they were pretty much the lead pack because they left everybody else behind. And guy number 2, 2 laps before the end, decides to teach Mo Farah, who wants to be guy number 1. So he takes off. And so, all right, for about the next lap, you know, guy number 2 is now guy number 1. And then it comes, you hear the bell letting you know it's the final lap. And Mo Farah teaches guy number 2, who really is guy number 2. And Mo Farah just walks away from this guy. I mean, like in race terms, he walks away from him. And by the time he crosses the finish line, I think the guy number 2 is back to being guy number 2. And I think he's like a good 20 or 30 yards behind him. I mean, it was amazing. And what was more amazing about this given race is that by the time Mo Farah crossed the finish line, the rest of the pack that you see at the beginning of this video, they're now on their last lap. So Mo Farah and guy number 2 pretty much were an entire lap ahead of the rest of this race pack. It was pretty amazing. And so, thinking about that, and watch their strides. These guys have super long strides. And so I was visualizing that during my run this morning. And so I had some pretty, I will admit, I started out hot. I definitely started out hot. Although I don't have a ton of time to go into this. You could see, you know, looking here, I started out in the sub-6 category, and then of course quickly brought it down. Although my goal ideally was about 6:10, that was kind of like the goal. And then my second time out, this time I really had the Mo Farah thing going on. But the first time I really wasn't thinking about it, but this time I was. And so you can see, well, 5:19, and I'm taking off, and so you were like 28 minutes and 2 seconds. Here, watch. In all fairness, 27:47, and you figure here, because it won't quite register anymore. 26:05 was 27. Really, 27:47. 26:05. Yeah, 26. Okay, so for 1 minute and 37 seconds, I was in the sub-6 pace. And I gotta admit, it felt fast. So, but again, I faded. I know I faded, which is, you know, it's nature of the beast. But of course, my watch is set for what my lap time would be should I stop right then and there, or my lap pace. And so I don't know how far I'm fading. I just know that at any given time what my current lap pace is. You know what I'm saying? So that was kind of interesting. But the visualization of the race I watched last night really helped out. And when I took off hard, clearly the second time, and it was really impressive. It was really impressive to run that fast. So maybe that's something to work towards. Anyhow, with respect to time, and wow, none of it. So, and I learned to run a little bit into the middle of the street here, so I could kind of get my mile even. That was kind of like my thing. First mile, 6:15, average moving pace 6:12. Second mile, 6:16, real tight there. And this time, I found my mark because I ran in the middle of the street. But in all fairness, this should have been a 6:12, but I hit the stop button instead of the lap button, and then by the time I restarted, I kind of walked it off. I think that's why I gained the extra few seconds. But needless to say, it is what it is. And my average moving pace was 6:10. And then, of course, my trip home was at 6:42. Now, before we go further, how did this compare? Last week, 6:24, 6:21, 6:47. And heart rate, 165, 171, 169. This week, heart rate, 167, 171, 168. So, not too bad. Not too bad on that. And I do notice that my stride did open up a little bit more. 137, 134, 128, compared to 133, 134, 128. So, not too bad. I mean, my legs, excuse me, my nose just itches for some reason. And yes, when I came back, I was running so hard that, yeah, my sinuses were just draining, which is why I was sniffling. But for the most part, you know, my legs are feeling better. Clearly you can see that. I just can't wait to the day where I can run down the street and my legs are as painless as they are when you walk down the street. But they're getting better and I'm happy with that. So anyhow, got to keep this short, mostly because I need to run, no pun intended. And that's all I have for today. So if you like today's video, please hit the like button. If you have any question or comment, please post below. And if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, I post a new video. So that's all I got for today. Again, I'm going to post a link to that Mo Farah race in the description box, and I'll also comment in the timestamp where. So if you want to start out the race and watch the first couple minutes, and then go to the end where I was telling you about that head-to-head race between the last two guys, I'll put the timestamp where that really kind of begins, because this is about a 25-26 minute video. So if you don't have time to watch the whole thing, at least you can kind of watch the highlights, so to speak. So that's all I've got for you guys today. You guys have a fantastic Tuesday, and I'll see you Thursday. Until then, have a great day. Take care.